1
I've
hour
always
30
wanted to
minutes.
participate in the Access Bank Lagos City Marathon, but that hasn't happened so far because of a number of reasons. 2025 was the year I finally participated in the 10K iteration of this race, and it might have just changed my life. I didn't run alone. Let's meet some of the insane people who joined me on my quest to run and conquer Lagos.
Hi, my name is Espa, and this is me before the race.
Hi everyone, my name is Nimi and this is what I look like before the Access Bank Marathon race.
Hi, my name is Musa, and this is what I look like before the race.
Hi, my name is Joey, and this is what I look like before the race.
And my target time is 1 hour 30 minutes.
And my target time for the race is 1 hour 30 minutes.
My target time is 59 minutes, 59 seconds.
My target time is, let's say 59 minutes.
Bib and race gear pickup went on for about 2 weeks leading up to the race, and I eventually went to pick up my bib. Race day finally rolled around and I needed to find my way to the starting line in Lekki. The full marathon started at the National Stadium, and that would have been very convenient for me, but now I had to go to Lekki with all the roads closed. If you would like to skip to the race itself, you can do that now by going to the 2 minutes 50 seconds mark. All roads on the route were closed before 6 a.m. on race day. Meant that I either had to go to the island very early at like 5 a.m. or find my way later in the day. It's unfortunate that the organizers failed to provide transport options. They did not commit, and a lot of people that tried to trust them ended up having to find their way alone. I used multiple forms of transport. After more than 2 hours, I eventually made it to the starting line. I finally got to the Lekki Ikoyi Link Bridge, and it's not every day you get to see this bridge this empty where you can walk in the middle of the road. It was truly a sight to behold up close. About 50 meters into my walk to the other side, I decided to run the distance. There was this wave of motivation that came over me and I began running. My time wasn't great because I got distracted by the bridge itself. I stopped a couple times, took pictures, made videos for the vlog, and got to speak to other runners that were making their way down to Lekki. Towards the end of the bridge, I decided to sprint to make my time on Strava more respectable, so that when I share it to my fellow Strava addicts, they'll be like, wow, you're so cool. 10 out of 10 experience. If you ever have the opportunity to run on this bridge, take it, grab it every single time. I ended up running 1.3 kilometers and it was a warm-up, but in hindsight, this warm-up proved to be a bad decision on my end. Whether it was or not, time will tell. The views made it impossible not to run. Up to this point, the preparation for this event left a lot to be desired. From my POV, the race was scheduled to begin by 9:30 a.m. in hot and humid Lagos. Made no sense to me. Why don't you consider subscribing and liking this video? It means a lot and supports the work we are doing on this channel. Thank you as to do so. The race finally kicked off after what felt like an eternity. I tried my best to survive in the midst of the crowd as we slowly inched forward. Not everybody smelled great, but you just had to deal with it. Looking back, this was a stampede hazard because falling down here was not an option. The crowd of people smashed into a small space. As I ran down the road, one thing that stuck out to me was guerrilla marketing from GTB. GTB is a Nigerian bank, while Access Bank are the main sponsors of this race, so they are competitors. I saw what looked like recently placed banners along the route of the race in Lekki Phase 1 and in Victoria Island. This was clever marketing from GT, but I would hate to be the person that has to answer for this at Access Bank on Monday morning. Why didn't you cover all your bases? Unlike my previous races, I actually trained for this one. I felt excited, I felt ready coming into it, but this race has to be the hardest 10K I've ever run. Maybe it was the time of the day, but after a couple 100 meters or maybe 1.5 kilometers, I started reconsidering my race goals because this felt harder. Every step I took felt more meaningful. Journey to Lekki Phase 1 was interesting. Began reconsidering my race goals. We found the first water station right outside the Lekki Phase 1 gate, but this was one of the last water stations for those that had been running the 42K. At this point, we had joined some runners that were still on the course for the 42K. Most of the professionals, or all of them, had finished their race at this point, so it was mostly just semi-professionals and those running the 10K. I was excited to see someone running with Gaza and Sudan flags. It shows that in the midst of all the chaos, there are some people that still care and go the extra mile. As we approached the Lekki toll gate, I knew if I didn't stop, my race was going to come to an end very soon. So I decided to stop right before the toll gate so I could get some shade on that. It's always an emotional experience passing through this spot. We'll never forget, and I hope we do better in the next few years. I had to put my phone on airplane mode for most of the race, but my Strava kept working. I know that my pace is usually 6 minutes per kilometer or less, so I checked my phone every 6 minutes and ensured that it was updating as expected. I had to to stop under the toll gate and walk a bit. Got to the second water station and it was obvious that lots of people had just passed here. We got to the crowd and people were supportive. Lots of them were from partners for this event and others were just people that decided to come out since they had nowhere else to go that morning. As mentioned earlier, the planning for this event left much to be desired. Bibs ran out very early. I know lots of people that we had to run with our own clothes or jerseys from other races. I had to run in a jersey from a race in November. This has been 10 years in the making, back to back. How are the organizers seemingly still clueless? A lot went wrong before and during the race. I don't know about after because I wasn't there to witness that. Maybe it's just me expecting too much, but I genuinely expected more from the Access Bank Lagos City Marathon. I had 2 goals for this race: complete it in less than 60 minutes and run without stopping. I failed both of them. It was interesting to see cheerleaders on the road. This is something I usually see in American media, but it was a bit funny to see it here. Please consider supporting my work by joining the channel, gifting super thanks, or simply subscribing. Thank you as you choose to support the work we do out here. The route took us off the main road and we got on another. Strava confused me with wrong data during the race. Maybe it's because I was on airplane mode for the most part, but the app told me we were 3 kilometers in after the pedestrian bridge at Sandfield Oriental Hotel. And again, it said we were 5 kilometers in after Civic Center. So I was running the race as though I was halfway there and I was conserving energy. Imagine my surprise when we got off the main road and I saw a kilometer marker saying we had 7 kilometers to go and I thought we had just 5 kilometers to go. I nearly went crazy because I wasn't running as someone who still had 7 kilometers to go. At this point, I decided to stop filming, put my phone back in my waist bag and lock in. I decided to focus more on the kilometer markers while trying to salvage my run. It was very important for me to run below a 1 hour time because I had run it in the past, but I stopped training for a while. It was more of like an ego trip or me trying to prove to myself that I could still do it. Funny enough, when I got to the finish line, I asked a couple other people using Strava what their time was, and most of them complained that the race wasn't up to 10 kilometers. I hope that this was Strava's fault because I resumed filming when we got to Eco Atlantic. I assumed that the fact that we were there meant that we were close to the finish line. That wasn't the case. We ran for more than 2 extra kilometers and I could see people in the distance in what felt like a desert, and I was like, why is it still so far? From the entrance to the finish was like another race on its own. Before entering Eco Atlantic, there was a separate road for the 10k runners and the 42k runners, so we don't disturb the Kenyan. After a grueling battle that required me to really dig deep and lock in, I eventually crossed the finish line and met an ungodly queue to get medals. This is another thing that these people fail to get right.
Hi guys, I'm Esther and this is me after the race. I'm tired. Hi guys, this is Toluwanimi and this is me after the Access Bank Marathon race.
Musa, and this is me after the race.
Hi guys, I'm Jerry. This is me after the race.
Medals. The queue was so long, but I was happy and blessed to finish the race in 68 minutes. God willing, my next 10k will go below the 1 hour mark. One thing's for sure, we really need to do better. Lack of jerseys, medals running out, and other little things aren't things to deal with on your 10th anniversary, on your 10th iteration of this event. Some of my mates didn't get medals.
I set a personal record of 1 hour and 38 minutes. And I'm very, very, very tired. Ah, God, I beg.
My time was 1 hour 10 minutes. I am super duper proud of myself for hitting that feat because this is my first marathon and I'm so excited. I hope to continue to do this.
My time was a disappointing 1 hour 8 minutes. Could you have done better? Yes, but it is what it is. This is my 2025 10k PR.
My record time for the race was 1 hour, 10 minutes, 5 seconds. Record time with an Achilles injury on my left leg. Right there. I have a patch for it that I should fix very soon. Kudos, either here.
Hi guys, my name is Rich Auntie and this is me after the race. And my time was 1 hour 15 minutes.
Hi guys, this is 1010 and this is me after the Access Bank Marathon race and my time was 1 hour 10 minutes. And I feel really proud of myself. My longest run ever and I think I finished pretty decent.
out, and some people approached us multiple times trying to sell theirs for 5,000, some 3,000, and I was like, how insane is that? I sat on the ground and watched the sun rise on the grateful universe. Consider clicking the video on screen right now. I made it for you. Until the next video, your friend from the Okodo YouTube channel wishes you love, peace, and prosperity.